Good evening, Speed Gaming, and welcome to Brackets. This is the SGLIVE Zelda 1 Randomizer 2024 tournament. On the left side of your screen, we have equations19. On the right side of your screen, we have Ugondis. In the booth, we have OpnoPoint on tracking. Myself, JXB Adam, and I am joined by none other than Tracy M. Tracy, how's it going this evening?
Oh, going great. We had a really neat earlier race today. We're gonna have hopefully get another one today or tonight. It's still the same day for most of us. Yeah. Equations Ugandis both won their group. Ugandis both won their group, both 3-1. Yeah, pretty evenly matched, I'd say.
Yeah, I saw them talking in the race room a little before this race got started, and I guess they've had 18 races in common, and right now, Ugandis is in the lead of that set, 11-7. But I would be willing to put that at just about even odds for tonight.
I mean, the field is really good at this point, so you're making it into brackets. Everybody has a shot. Yeah. Definitely nice even odds. Also, I'm going to point out, this is something I sometimes talk about since we haven't actually gotten the start yet. We joke about in the pre-race. If you're wondering why Ugandis has 46 minutes on his timer, it's because both these runners are using Z Tracker, which when you start it up, it starts running immediately, and then you have to pause it, and then it'll restart. So there we go. Ooh, 29 rupee bombs right off the get-go. No, 78 rupee key. Not so bad, at least.
Yeah, that bomb price. I don't know if we'll see too many bomb purchases tonight.
It just hurts my soul when people
an immediate
spend that
wood
kind
sword.
of money on bombs. Yeah, that's always nice.
Honestly, I will say it will depend entirely on our secrets. We are in a second quest overworld, so we're not going to have the 3 large secrets, but that doesn't mean we couldn't have some good roll-ups.
Yeah, I think people make a little bit too much out of the fact that we don't get the 3 large secrets. It really comes down to what the medium secret is. Even in a first quest, it's that medium secret that really drives things. And if you get a good small secret too, there's 2 extra small secrets in a second quest overworld. Now, we hope to get a good, nice, large secret at an appropriate time. There's nothing more sad than finally getting that large secret when you're already above 200 rupees. And that does happen on occasion.
Nothing hurts my soul more than when I'm at like 200 rupees and I grab the large secret and it's rolled up. It's like 140. It's like, oh, bummer. And we see Ugandis hitting the fairy fountain. Did get a global bomb.
Yeah, Equations hasn't gotten that bomb yet. 51 rupee candle if we can't find a take any. Yeah, and to answer chat, yeah, this round and the next round are our best of 1. So this is a do or die. When you move on, lose. Well, I mean everybody's already home, but lose, you're done.
And
33 in the mid is good. That's a good mid. Not a spectacular mid, but a good one.
We take that. It's way better than the rolled down mids for sure.
Pretty much I just want a 3 at the beginning of my mid secret, and if you get a high 3, that's even better.
And we've got chat saying lose and you're just cast into the pit of misery. I don't know about that.
No, but you do get money if you win, so there's definitely a incentive there.
Ooh, 63 rupee wooden arrows. That's a good price.
Yeah, hopefully we don't have to buy those. It's always nice if you can find silvers first, but 63 if you have to buy them is really good. Yeah, I agree. 3 above the minimum. 52 bait if we have to buy that. Fun fact, I called 3 bait block seeds in a row at the beginning of this tournament, so take for that as you will.
Wow, that is unusual.
That is extremely unusual. I've gone entire, you can go weeks without a bait block being relevant.
Yeah, we did see our small secrets, 18 rupees and a red candle on the coast.
Oof. Okay, come on. Okay, we've already got the source. It's not as relevant, but a ladder into the red candle is really fun when you're still looking for that wood sword because we have wood sword blocks on.
Yeah, quote unquote fun. You will be burning down Hyrule looking for that wood sword.
I mean, I'll take the free red candle and not have to choose between spending my money or spending a heart to get the other candle. So.
Oh, that's fair. Oh, let's see what our door repair is. It is 17.
too bad. We have some any roads from equations. Get a burn spot in the Deadwoods taken care of.
Yep,
An
level
Armo
1.
spot taken care of.
Yep, I think the
I think
Armo
that's where we
spot up here
started.
was where we, where we found them.
And 2 forest spots, I think. Which is not useful, because they're right next to each other. These aren't terrible, but they're not that great either.
Oh, I always like to get at least one up to Death Mountain if I can. But
yeah,
not
it'd be
to
nice.
be this seed.
Not happening. There's level 9.
We'll be back to that later.
I mean, that's the plan. Both runners know level 9. Ugondis with only 1 heart's going to go ahead and uppay his health back. Equations only missing half a heart, decides not to worry about that. And guess what? Guess where our Armos item is?
It's going to be all the way at the grave.
Which is the last place, which it's always the last place. Doesn't matter what the last place is.
That's what I've always been told. It's always in the last place I look.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny how that works, because he stopped looking after... No, I mean... We're still going to check the other Armo spots, but...
Unfortunate for Equations. Equations did have enough rupees for that candle, but has found a door repair or 2.
Yeah, door repairs will do that.
At least they've rolled down a tiny bit. So, honestly, this seed is decent for money, pending that large secret. Because if that large secret's a minimum large, we're still going to be hurting.
I mean, like I said earlier, it's all about the mid secret, and to a lesser extent the small secret. The large secret is just kind of like added bonus whenever you get it. So.
Yeah, well, the fact that our door repair is less than a small secret is also very good.
Yeah, that's usually nice when that happens. You don't get that every day. Actually, you don't get that most days.
Nope. And looks like Ugondis is going to find these any roads up here in the Lost Hills.
Okay, there's some bombs for equations. Oh, we got vanilla level 1 is in there. Okay, that's not very useful.
No, and this one in the forest is actually a little bit mean because of the row of trees you can't get through to get back to the entrance.
You have to go around or burn the bush. And we don't have a candle, so we can't burn the bush. Fun fact, if you burn the bush, the extra road that was added in there goes away. So you can't have them on both sides, sadly.
That is correct. But it does stay until we do open that bush up. And we've got Ugondis back up into the Lost Hills. And we've got Equations in the grave.
Yeah, Equations beelining that Armos item, especially when Heart Shuffle is off. The Armos item is likely to be something that you want. Ugondis, though, gets to buy a candle, because he didn't hit the door repairs. And I think it was, he got his bombs earlier. So I'm not sure Equations has seen that cave yet.
No, Equations didn't have bombs at that point. Equations got them out of the forest. But let's see what's up here at the grave.
Yeah, we did see level 6 in the grave push block.
We did.
But
not
we're not
a great level.
We're not doing level 6 right now. Level 6 is, I mean, people talk about level 7, never 7 and stuff. Level 6 is much worse. It's
Almost
usually bigger than
always.
7, and it's got the same number of items. Because the thing about 8, the reason why people like 8 over 7, it's got an extra item. Okay, Equations, if you can manage to find a candle shop, we'll be able to buy one now.
Well,
There we go,
was the large
131
secret.
on the
That's
large
a good one.
secret. That's a really good one.
All right, what's our Armos item? Oh, it's a power bracelet, so nice and vanilla.
That would be so much more interesting if we didn't already have the wood sword.
Yes.
But alas, that's just going to open up 7 spots for us. We're going to do one right now. It's required. Nice to have the key to the door right next to the, the door.
the key under the mat is my favorite thing to find, and level 3 a little bit friendlier than 6 with a little asterisk until we see the enemy set. And Ugondis has found level 5.
Yeah, and it's not just now that you've got the Armos item, you're not worried that you missed a white sword or a red ring or a bow or just something that would make this dungeon better. It just made this dungeon findable.
Yeah.
Ugondis in level 5 is nowhere near that Armos item, so it kind of makes sense for him to do this now because he's right here. This room is absolutely awful without a ladder. Very difficult to get on the half tiles with these guys, which is what you want to do to avoid those sword beams. I think he's just going to try and get through this room and maybe clear it later. The only thing that, I mean, it could be, keys would be nice, the heart container, obviously the Triforce, but we're not looking for items on the floor for the most. Oh, he is going to clear this room. Okay, he's okay.
Got a nice half tile here we can use.
Yeah, he's got a nice setup with these Lionels.
And it looks like the enemies for level 3 not too terrible as well.
Like are always terrible.
Well,
actually, like aren't hard; they're just annoying.
Yeah, when I think of terrible enemies, I think of the Dark Nuts, the Wizrobes, even the Lionels here in level 5 are just not happy for me. I don't like getting stabbed, and they stab me a lot.
Saw a single block, got excited, but then saw the shutter door.
And we have keys, so we're not Canana-keying this if it does happen to pop without pushing the block.
Ooh, this is another bad room for Ugondis. He's just going to go through the door with the key.
Oh,
this is
there it is.
Yeah, this is, well, it's a stair for sure, but
yeah,
level 5
stair
to the transport, so we're not sure if it's going to be an item as well as the heart. That'd be really nice. There's a classic remove most open staircase. Single block in particular will never have a drop unless it's remove most open staircases.
Yep, and of course, as is what would we call it?
Tradition.
Tradition, yeah. It's always the transport is the first stair you find in 5.
The unofficial rule of 5. Equations in a nope. Was an impossible push block.
Equations in a nope.
No. The game said nope. Now, apparently Keese have rolled up too. That's no fun.
Yeah, Keese gels 2 enemies that should never be allowed to roll up, but they can.
Right?
And all these pulls voice in level 5, not really great. They take a ton of hits, just like the likes.
Yeah, but at least the Pole's voice drop things.
Yeah, that's the one saving grace for the Pole's voice.
Like the likes are this is why I don't like when we do when you do vanilla enemy sets. Is in particular the Wizrobe Vire set just doesn't drop anything for you. Because Vires that split and likes that don't drop and blue Wizrobes in the bad group, and we can't go past that Goma. And I'm sure
that's our
Ugondis
Triforce.
Oh, was it?
That's our Triforce. Yeah, that's not a good thing at all.
I thought I saw a key on the floor, but apparently not. I mean, they're the same color.
Yeah, I was looking at the map for level 5 because that's one of my favorite things to do is try to figure out what the ink blots might be. And for me, that one looked like a rabbit with its ears twirled together.
All right, we do have a heart for equations in level 3. Yeah, looks like he is. Is he out of keys? No, he's got 1. Didn't want to use it there. And to some extent, the item, the more important thing to try and find. You might be able to get a workaround here.
Yeah, it looks like we're heading towards the Triforce, and may need that key for the Triforce.
Yeah, the other route didn't quite work. Oh boy. The
that's the bad door.
Don't work. Yeah, the door struts don't work on that side. Equations knows that.
Oh. I was gonna say that's likely our item, but no, the shutter slams shut behind him.
I think it's gonna be the next room after the Triforce would be my guess.
And we see the Wizrobes in level 4. Never any fun, especially in a 4 BMOS room.
Yeah, I didn't see where this 4 was. Oh, everybody's finding heart containers. Items, anyone? Items?
Yes.
Ugondis did not find any items in level 5. Equations not finding items in level 3. And we haven't found, and we just started level 4, so we have yet to determine. But there are
even
items
worse
in
on
these
that
dungeons,
level 3.
I promise. We've
we
gotten
do
heart
have
containers,
to
though.
we do have to clear those landmos to see the next room as well because of that
Yeah.
shutter door.
Yeah, we've gotten heart containers out of every dungeon so far. That's pretty cool, right?
Actually, it is. That's one of the only ways to get mags in these seeds because mags being forced to was it 13 hearts? Yeah, 13 hearts.
Yes.
You almost have to trip over hearts in the dungeons to be able to have enough to pick up mags.
Well,
and look at that.
and you do. You sometimes do trip over hearts. Some seeds just say yes to the hearts. Other seeds just say no to the hearts. It just, I don't know what it is. Anyway, yeah, that map is really great except for that segment.
Yeah, that one little lonely room at the bottom.
And unless that's the Triforce, we're not going to need to go there.
That's true because it can't be the item. Because we'd have to use the stair to get down there. Yep.
Yeah, we've already seen the heart container, so it can't be a heart container either. Although, not too many runners are going to run down there just for that.
I can think of exactly one. Yeah, from a Take Any.
There is one player that we all know and love that really likes to pick up those hearts. Maybe if he knew that the heart was there, he'd go there. But you're not going to go to that room on the off chance it is exactly the heart container. Of course, Ugondis says, you know what? I want to see what's on the other. It could be a Triforce.
It could be the Triforce, though.
It could be the Triforce. It's not the Triforce.
But at least it was a very fast room. It has to be an
actual open staircase, not a potentially removed. Well, this is probably not even a remove most open staircase, but it has to be an actual open staircase for the try to be there. So, nope. Try again. Yeah, let's see. Are we gonna spend the key?
I'm gonna try to bomb first, probably.
I thought. Okay, maybe he didn't. I thought he tried to bomb there and didn't bomb, and maybe I'm wrong, but... Or maybe he wasn't sure he got the right spot. I know I've done that before. Like, surely this should bomb. Yeah, the game says no.
It should bomb, and then no.
This is almost certainly right. It doesn't have to be with the center drop, because you can have a regular drop in that room, in that location. But given that the right wall does not exist, there's a really good chance that's the item. If it were in the corner, then it'd be 100% guaranteed.
Yep, we do see equations picking up those wooden arrows.
You got the money right now.
Got the money.
Buy the arrows. Okay, a bomb. Get that? Yeah, good job.
Oh, also purchasing a key.
I mean, we haven't had... He's been key blocked a little bit. We haven't seen that many of them. I mean, Ugondis, I think, has seen more keys, but I think it's also opened more key doors, and it did a really nice job with this Wizrobe room. And what have we got? Ooh, well, guess who's not buying arrows today?
Probably Ugondis, unless he walks into a shop with a bunch of money and just like, ooh, they're cheap. I'm getting... Oh, wait.
Yeah, we've all done that, too. Guess who? Okay, we'll put it a different way. Guess who shouldn't buy arrows today?
Yes, definitely Ugondis should not buy arrows.
Okay, this is a nice room. Let's see if maybe the Triforce is in this nicer... I mean, the Beamos are annoying, but we can kill these gels pretty easily.
And we have a second power bracelet block dungeon in level 7.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, we don't have oh, yeah, Patra could again. Oh, wait, no, we don't have the compass, so we don't know for sure that room absolutely could drop. So, Ugondis hoping it doesn't, or that I should say is hoping that it isn't the Triforce in particular. Because if it if it drops like rupees, he doesn't care.
See, that's how I am too. I hope that Patra never has anything because Patras are terrible to fight.
But yeah, at some point, Ugondis either needs to give up on this on getting the Triforce out of this or he needs to kill some rooms to try and find either the compass or the actual Triforce. Fortunately, we know it's not the Dig Dogger because there was something. I think it was a 5 or
Yeah, it was a 5 on the floor, but boy, there's a lot of Pole's voice in here.
Yeah. And just to add insult to injury, that maze room is a drop room in exactly level 4 and only level 4, so it could also be the Triforce. So yeah, Ugondis says, you know what, maybe I come back later with a bow, and I like that call, because guess what? You're not getting the bow in there, so it's gonna get better. You know, you can only come in with better equipment, and it'll be easier.
Oh, that's true. We did get the silver arrows in there. I was just wait a minute. The bow could be an item. Never mind. I'm obviously need to drink more coffee. I'm losing it.
All right. Meantime, equations is in level 7, and I mean, this is either really big or very segmented, because where he is versus where that Triforce dot is, pretty far away. Now, with 7, either one's possible. I mean, I don't know if you saw the earlier race, but if you didn't, go back just to see what level 7 looked like, because it was a mess.
All I will say is segments, and I think that's saying probably enough.
Yep. Ugondis finding level 3. Hopefully he'll have a little bit of better luck in this level 3 than Equations did. Does come in with 1 key, so I think that's 1 key more than Equations came in with, but still, that may not be enough. There are a lot of key doors in this dungeon. Yeah, in chat asking why did Equations leave 3? I think it was mostly key doors, and I believe was level 3 the one that had the Triforce that was under the blue landmo. That, yeah, we'll come back later. And then the next room is probably the item room, because we've seen everything else. We never did see a map, so we can't say for sure.
Yeah, we did not see the map, but we do know that that blue landmo room was the Triforce.
It is indeed the Triforce.
And you do have to defeat those to get to the next room.
It was actually guarding the Triforce, as opposed to some some enemy rooms where they're just kind of there for show, but you just rush past them and grab the Tri. So far these dungeons not being kind.
Well, to be fair, how often are the dungeons kind?
I mean, they can be. A lot of times, if you have kind dungeons, though, you'll have one dungeon with like a Wizrobe Darknut combination, and another dungeon will just have all the easy enemies. So it all balances out.
Yeah, Wizrobes, Darknuts, and every boss is a Patra. But other than that, it's okay.
All right, Equation's doing some overworld exploration. We'll see where he heads next. Only has 2 bombs, so I'm not sure we're going to do a whole lot of Death Mountain, but maybe wants to hit up the Forgotten Spot right now. Oh, that's not a good place to take a death. Especially since it might have been the end of his route anyway.
Yeah, unfortunate for the double Darknut hook. Just ouch.
Yeah, we really haven't talked about our overworld enemies. We do have, I believe, Darknuts and Guria.
Yeah, Darknuts and Gurias are the biggies that I've seen. And
well, you're never going to have 3 of those, of the main, what I can kind of consider the main enemies. Sometimes you only have 1. That can happen, and 4 of them will roll into dungeons, but you'll never have 3 of them roll outside of dungeons. At least I've never seen it.
I see.
So your Gurias, your Moblins, your Lionels, your Wizrobes, your Darknuts. Looks like Ugondis is getting close to where that Triforce is. But he doesn't have the compass, so he may get there without knowing.
Yeah, and I do see the other thing here is Ugondis is up to 6 hearts. 7 hearts? 6 hearts. I can read.
6 hearts.
Well, I'm going to just say counting is math adjacent, so I'm not allowed to do it.
Counting is not math. Counting is counting.
That's fair. Well, that's why I said it was adjacent. It's not the same.
Okay, so we've seen 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yep, we still have 1, 2,
9,
and 8.
1, 2, and 8 to go. So our 2 dungeons have multiple items, plus our 2 smaller dungeons. One of those is both of those. It's both of those things.
Yes,
bad news is we might be blocked out of those dungeons. Probably a recorder somewhere that we need. Equations with that power bracelet. Ugondis has that now, but has only checked this one spot so far.
Yep, I can't blame Ugondis at all for being in here. You know, level 3, you want to dig generally.
Yeah,
even if it is full of non-dropping likes that take 1,000 stabs, and I believe that is the Triforce room.
That is the Triforce room right there. He doesn't know it because he doesn't have the compass. If he can get on... Yeah, there we go. Get that nice block clip. Just don't get Y-Force because your item is probably in the next room. I see chat calling this an easy block clip. I call any block clip that involves... doing it very quickly while something's trying to kill you, not easy.
We see the door did pop.
That can't push not only because the Triforce appeared, but also because of the shutter. This room, however, and it could be the room above this, but the diagonal block room will push sometimes.
Yeah, I think this is probably our item.
It is. Well, unless this is segmented, but I'm going to say it's our item. It is our item. That's just a boomerang. Okay, well, we're done with 3.
Done with 3.
Ugondis is done with 3.
Yeah.
Equations, of course, has to go back for it.
Yeah, we did see the magical sword on Equation's side. It is at 2Q4 in the Lost Hills. And level 5 is up at the waterfall.
Okay, we did see this on Ugondis' side. He didn't get... I don't think he got anything out of this, so, you know, Ugondis having a more successful level 3, hopefully Equations has a more successful level 5, and we'll all be even.
Well, level 5 being full of Pole's voice, just very tough to have a quick level 5 without a bow.
I mean, we didn't find... If the bow is here, then that'd be huge, especially since Ugondis was not able to get the item. The Triforce is Gomo blocked, if I remember correctly, so yeah, Equations is only going to get out of here with the Triforce if he manages to find the bow in here. Are we going to leave?
Yeah, we're going to leave.
Yeah, we're leaving.
Alright, Ugondis in level 6, I expect we'll poke around. We've seen a fair number of dungeons, and something's got to open up soon.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much of Death Mountain our runners have covered, but we are starting to run out of... Yeah, okay, so that'd be my next play, is get up there Death Mountain, try and find a smaller dungeon, rather than trying to clear all these really large dungeons. On the other hand, you might find 8, but at least 8 has 2 items? I don't know. But yeah, at some point you have to commit to a dig for the item, and this room could be a thing. It does not push. It is not a thing.
Not a thing, but when Equations was up here, that was very, very early, and just walked in, saw it, marked it on his tracker, and said, no thank you, I'll be back.
You didn't do anything with it. There's a map. Okay, that's a very typical level 6.
Actually, it seems like, well, it is typical, but it's not as far left aligned as they usually are. Here, level 1 has been found by Equations.
Equation. Ugonda's giving up the bomb. That's interesting.
And we're not doing much in that room. That's a mean room.
Yeah, we can't do anything in that room right now without a ladder. And logically, the game won't force us to do anything. And we are not doing... Yeah, we're done. We're done with level 6. we are recorder/ladder blocked. Now, logically, we are recorder blocked. But we can get around that with the ladder. Unless the ladder is in level 6, which would be fun. I'm sure Jess would love that. I see Jess.
It's already in chat with the hashtags.
Okay, you got Equations finding level 1. See, there's got to be a nice small dungeon somewhere.
And this one is exactly where you said it was going to be, up on Death Mountain. I
mean, I didn't know that we'd actually find level 1. Ugondis buying a key. I like it. Has lots of money right now. 78 rupees. Not a terrible key price. Not a great key price, but it is below the... it is below normal. It still pains my soul when players have to spend 29 rupees for a bomb.
It does, but...
Pains me even more when I have to pay 29 rupees for bombs. So.
Yes.
Okay, Ugondis finds level 7. Let's see if he gets any further in here than Equations did. If either one of them could find something big in one of these dungeons, it could really give them an edge. Right now, slight advantage to Ugondis only because he has the silvers out of 4 and because he was able to finish in the 3, but once Equations has better equipment, he will have no trouble getting back to 3 and doing that. 4 is a little bit more difficult, but I don't think those silvers are going to be too difficult for him to find. You're going to usually dig a level 4 out.
Yeah, I would be very surprised if we don't dig out level 4 for the item. Honestly, I will put a little asterisk by that because that's what I'm doing tonight for things, and
I see.
say it all depends. Like if we have everything and the Triforce in level 4 is early, then we might skip and bet on 9, but we would have to be way ahead of where we are now. Right now we're digging 4.
And we don't know where the Triforce is. There's a lot of rooms that you gotta skip because they were nasty combats. He already found the silvers. There was really no reason for him to do it now. He knows he's gonna get the bow before he has to go into 9, because important items can't be in 9. So there's really no reason for him to prioritize that. Oh, more bunnies, compass.
Well, we will start heading that way, probably. And that way being the way where the little blinky dot is, indicating our Triforce.
Is that a technical term, the little blinky dot?
Yes, I think it's a comment in the source code, but don't quote me on that.
I like it. Ooh, clock. Yeah, we like clocks. Unless we're in a shuttered...
Shuttered Wallmaster.
Shuttered Wallmaster room. Then we really don't like clocks.
And there's that level 7. It's actually not about the same size as level 6. They're both relatively
smaller.
Small.
I think actually that's smaller than 6. It's a little more blocky, but...
And it does look like, because of its size, I would guess Ugondis is going to keep going until the dungeon doesn't let him anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it is a pretty small 7, so... didn't see anything in that moat room, so that's good. We don't have to come back with a ladder for something. Oh, hey, 2 key doors. Of course, this could be an item. Yeah, if you could just stay on that nice half tile with your sword beams, this room will be pretty easy. You gotta be careful with that clock, though, because as much as you want it, you could die trying to get it.
That clock is bait.
There we go. There we go. Waited patiently for the right moment to grab that. Very nicely done. And we do push. And are we segmented? No. Well, we don't know. Oh yeah, book is going to be really good, because now hey, we'll actually see what 3 looks like when Equations goes back in. That'll be nice.
And this level 1 in interesting shape.
Are we going to use a key? Gotta pick one.
Oh, I'd be going right up to that. Did he already go up to the Triforce and I missed it? Because there's one of our floor items. It could be the Coast Heart, but for now it's the Dungeon Heart.
Yeah, we're going to assume that's the Dungeon Heart until proven otherwise.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, with only 1 key left, I think you go up to the Triforce and hope that your item is on the way, and then come back if you have to. But he might be able to get around the key door here. Yeah.
And Ugondis has found the compass in level 7, so we see the Triforce is all the way down in the nubbin.
I want to say that he started on the right side. The Triforce is all the way on the left side, so... Thanks, game. Yeah, and now this could drop. This could drop a key. It does not. We already found the stair item, so that was not going to push.
Yep, and we did use our other key, so we can't get to that right now.
He had to use a key to get to that room in the first place, and then there's another key door to get to the actual Triforce in level 1. So unfortunately, not a great dig of level 1 for Equations.
Oh, got 2 out of 3 items. Well, 1 item and floor
You got
heart.
1 out of 2 items. We got a floor heart, and which is nice. I mean, he's up to 5 hearts now, which is 1 more than he had before, so that's good.
Especially if we happen to come across the white sword item up here. That's
not very useful, the money-making game. You got 233 rupees, you're not gambling that. Ugondis takes an overworld death, but it wasn't too far from start, so not the worst overworld death you can possibly take, but you never like those.
Ugh, more bombs. Ouch.
And Ugondis with the only 7 because he paid the mugger off. The runners are, I mean, that mugger is hard required in level 6. We just can't do anything beyond it yet. Yeah, gonna skip that.
Gonna skip for now.
Yeah, I think that's. I mean, money is so tight.
And
there's the coast
There's
heart.
the coast heart. It's our white sword item.
Okay, so we now know for sure that the heart in level 1 that Equations got is indeed the floor heart out of level 1. It's always really sad to me when one of the 3 overworld items is a heart and not heart shuffle, because it's like, you're supposed to give me good stuff, and hearts are good, but I can get those in dungeons all over the place. Plus our take any's. Equation's gonna also buy a key.
So outside of the bomb pack purchases, I think that's 3 keys, gonna be 4 keys now between our runners.
At least. They both bought at least 2. Another take any heart for Ugondis.
Gonna walk up here, Philip.
It's a shame level 1 is so far away from start, because that level 1 would be a prime candidate to do some safe scumming of those keys.
I think, what was the other, did level 3 have a ton of key doors? I thought it did.
It did.
Of course, we don't need to get through most of them because we know where everything is in there.
Well, we do, and Ugondis does, but Equations has not finished up level 3 yet, so... he's looking for better combat to do that, since we know that the blue boomerang is the item there. We know, he doesn't know, but we know he does not need to rush back over to level 3.
Nope. The only thing that's really necessary out of there is going to be the Triforce. We do have a question in chat from KTAP. So has Mags popped up yet? Yes, Mags is at the 2Q4 spot, so the push block in the Lost Hills.
I mean, we are picking up all the dungeon hearts, so it's still on the table, but don't hold your breath for it. 13 hearts is still really hard to get to. And the game has a tendency to get you to 12.
Overworld death. That's a painful one.
That's a very bad one. It's really far away from start. And buy more bombs. Oof, God. Yeah, set your bomb shop. Set your bomb shop and your key shop up right at start, and you're just gonna make a ton of money as a merchant. Especially when you mark them up and you have your bomb droppers in the overworld are not great. Yeah, there's Magic Sword. Ugondis gets to see it, and we'll probably never see it again.
Well, one thing that's nice about that Magical Sword location, it is close to level 5. If we have the recorder and we happen to be at the requisite number of hearts, we might come back for it, but we're not going to just walk all over the world for it, for sure.
No, the saving grace, the thing that I really like about the 13 hearts is you're not checking it every time. You're going to get it at exactly 13 hearts. If you get to 13 hearts, you're going to go get it. There's no reason not to.
Yep, and we do see that level 4 is the forgotten spot.
Yeah, I think we saw that earlier. Now, Equations hasn't done much here yet.
Nah, just got into it.
Of course, he has the book, so he gets to see the map immediately. Book as Atlas is on in these flags. Yeah, I see chat saying Gorillas are snipers. Gorillas are always snipers. Especially on the Overworld. It's what they do.
Alright, here's level 1 for Ugondis.
It's got 4 keys, so we're going to see a bit more of this level 1, I think, from Ugondis than we saw from Equations. Equations did get the heart out of level 4, so... Again, we're keeping our record up of finding all the floor hearts. I don't know if we ever saw the one... We definitely didn't see the one in 6. We didn't get very far in 6 before we were dig dogger / ladder blocked. And, yeah, the... I'm not sure we saw the one in 7. And that's going to be the segment. Equations is going to go ahead and take it again because he knows the Triforce could be there. We know that it's not there. We don't know where the Triforce is, but it is definitely not in this room.
That's true. We didn't ever see the Triforce. We're thinking it's probably one of the Pole's Voice rooms that wasn't cleared. But
I mean, there were Wizard rooms that weren't clear. There were Pole's Voice rooms that weren't cleared. I mean...
And I can tell you exactly why we didn't clear those rooms. It had to do with Wizrobes and Pole's Voice. Terrible enemies to fight on
no
wood
bow,
sword.
And no wood, and just a wood sword for the Wizrobes. Like that room right there could drop. I don't know if we might have already seen a drop there, like a standing key or something. But like that room can drop, and this room can drop. This room is the worst one of the bunch because it's the only dungeon in which this room can drop.
All right, we did get to the Triforce.
Yeah. Yep. Well,
Ugondis
had extra keys, so he hasn't. He's gotten the Triforce. He'll go back in and check out the items. We know the book is in here. We do not know what the other item is. And there are enough key doors. He may run out of keys here. Because level 1 doing level 1 things.
Of course, I mean, level 1, you've got all the bomb walls. Any bomb wall that can open in level 1 will. And all the doors will be key doors because it's level 1.
Did Equations get the Triforce out of here? No, what?
No, he got to the reverse C room with the Wizrobes and got taken down, yeah.
Yeah, the reverse C room is the one. Yeah, that's the one we want. Again, at least we know at least we don't have to come back with a recorder.
That's a good clock for Ugondis. Yeah, level 1 is definitely a key monster. But not Cookie Monster, no.
And Equations leaving level 4 for now, or maybe he's trying to get bombs. Okay, no, I think he's actually leaving.
That was a good bomb from Ugondis on the Lionels.
Yeah, bombs are really, really good on these guys, and they're gonna give you bombs back for the most part. It's another tough room for these guys without a ladder. With a ladder, this isn't quite as bad, although you do have to be careful of getting stuck in the wrong spot on them. Ooh, clock is good, though. Unfortunately, that clock landing where we can no longer get a bomb drop, but... Compass that Ugondis doesn't need anymore. I believe this is the item room, the book.
Yep, this is the book, and Bogey's arrow has take any.
We're gonna grab another heart.
Only 5 to go. On both sides, actually.
Yeah, I forget which one bought a candle versus take any candle, so...
I think Equations did the take any candle.
Oh,
and there's
hi, 8.
level 8.
So we're just missing 2 at this point. 2 and... no, sorry, we haven't seen 9.
We saw
2
9.
And 9. Oh, we did see 9? Okay.
Yeah, 9 was under Armos in the forest.
Oh yeah, we did see that. Okay, so we're just missing 2. There's a non-zero... I think there might be some overworld spots left that we haven't seen that aren't recorder, raft, ladder blocked, but if there are not many.
We are nearly out of overworld spots between the 2 runners. I think Equations might have the power bracelet spot over here on Death Mountain, on the West Death Mountain.
Equations did all of that stuff after he was in 1, I thought.
Yeah, it looks like Equations is going to farm Gorillas for bombs. And there are only 2 stabs. That's decent. with the start right in the middle of level 8, I think I would try to take out this upper section and then go back out for more bombs. But I don't know. I'm not good enough to even be in the tournaments, so...
Well, we're in... He's starting in the middle, so what you say is I think is pretty smart. I would do the right side because there's less of it, and then up A and go back to the left because there's more of it.
Yep, and there's the book pickup for Ugondis.
And, you know, with 2 items and a Triforce in here, there's a good chance that you'll need to go in both directions at some point. And we have Lionel's and Pole's Voice. Looks like Pole's Voice rolled to be the common enemy, which is great if you have a bow, and not so great if you don't.
Great if there's a bow, not great ever anything else.
There's a staircase that is... This will not be the recorder, but it could be an item, or it could be a transport. We are going to clip into it, and it is the transport. So really no reason to check that right now. Right now, I think Equations wants to clear this part of the dungeon. We do see a Chevy room that has a key in it. And I think he wants to take this transport instead of opening the key door.
We do have a question in chat. Can bomb upgrades roll inside of 9 with these flags?
My understanding,
not sure.
No, my understanding is that due to some sort of technical limitations, bomb upgrades can never roll into 9 in any flag set. So don't ask me what those technical limitations are. That would be a Fred question, but there is some sort of limitation to that.
Yep, we did see Equations take that transport, and the transport emptied out into a Goma room with all shutter doors.
Double shutter. It was a right side stair with shutters on either side, so there was nowhere to go. Oh, and hey, we're ladder blocked this way. We're fast running out of anywhere we can go in this level 8.
I was gonna say, I think level 8's almost done at this point. I think there might be one more direction we can try.
Yeah, there is.
But...
There's a key door that Equations can go through. And the room above that old man room wasn't cleared. But it could be the Triforce, or it could be the Heart Drop. Like, there's not much else it could be.
Now, Tracy, do you know what I never thought I would see calling one of these races? Somebody in chat mentioning the Mandela effect.
Oh, okay.
I would have never in 1,000 years thought that was going to happen.
Definitely wasn't on my bingo card either, so... But you're just hoping for something in this day. He does get a key back, so at least that is kind of something. Ooh, nice rupee boss that we can exploit to go down this way. And to another Chevy room with a big dogger, and we're shuttered in. There might be one more room, right below the 8, that we might be able to do something in, and that's about it. This
we can get to that one blocked. With a key, and Equations gonna save the key.
We saw like the trifecta. We saw a ladder. We saw multiple ladder blocks. We saw a Goma block, and there's a dig dogger in there just to add a little bit of icing. So somewhere there is something that's got to progress us. Whether it be at this point level 1 behind keys. It looks like Ugondis only got the book out of 1, and like I said earlier, I mean the key doors were just everywhere. Level 8, not much left that can be in here. I mean, any one of those things might be able to progress us into something, but the moment. So let's see if Ugondis clears this room. That's an old man below here. Again, the only thing this could be is a Triforce. So which you need that. And I guess if you got a Triforce, maybe you just never come back if you get your other items.
Yeah, it could also be the case that we just have the worst progression ever, where the ladder is sitting here in level 8 past that Goma, and we have to go get the bow somewhere else to go get it, and gross.
Yeah, chain reaction seed, anybody? So Ugondis is going to do all the same things that Equations did. Now, Equations, I think this is his first real entry into level 7.
Yep, probably going to do exact same amount of exploration that Ugondis did.
Probably.
Might get a little further, might not. Depends on keys.
I mean, we're starting to get into guinea farming territory as far as buying more keys, because the keys are just not falling for us.
And that does not push, but there are free bombs that we're not going to take because we have 8 bombs.
Yeah, you definitely want to save those for when you need them if you can. And with a ladder clip, we can avoid picking that up. Or sorry, with a block clip. We don't have a ladder to do any kind of ladder anything.
This has been a seed so far. That much I can say.
Equation setting up a bomb force on the Moldorm here.
And the Moldorm, of course, is going to do its best Dodongo impersonation. And it's the raft. Oh boy.
I'm sure of all the possible progression things that Equations could have found, that was tops on his list. On the other hand, it could lead us to level 2, which could lead us to progression. Maybe. Oh my god.
Boy.
Why? Oh.
So we had first caffeinated land mola Triforce block, but have we had second yet?
Well, we have it now. Okay, Equations clips
All right.
onto the block. Is just gonna wait patiently for the landmost to get over here, which is the smart thing to do. Now just leave and come back, grab your Triforce, and you never have to come back to 7 again. Ugondis, unfortunately, will have to come back here.
All right. And finally, Equations at 50 minutes and 10 seconds on the board with the Triforce out of level 7.
All right, let's see what this raft gets us, because at this point, we're running out of locations for our progression. There's still parts of 5 to see. We haven't gotten the item out of there. There's key blocks stuff for level 1. Haven't gotten the item out of there, or we haven't gotten one of the items out of there. 3 has the boomerang. 4 has the silver arrows. 8 is blocked in 1,000 different ways. We're not getting anything out of there for a while. And oh yes, and 6 is blocked by a ladder, logically by a dig dogger and a recorder, and illogically by a ladder because it's got an H room.
All right, Ugondis back into level 5. We're going to see if there's progression in here. I anticipate Equations having the raft. We'll go press to see if that is any kind of advantage, or if it is.
You have to check it immediately. Like you gotta. He's beelining this coast spot, and then I imagine as soon as he's done with this spot, he will go to the other spot, and he's hoping to find level 2.
Well,
that
it's
is
not the coast.
Level 2. That is not level 2. Okay, we're gonna up a save and probably hit the vanilla level 4 spot.
Makes perfect sense. That is certainly one thing to do in this flag set that I've noticed a lot of runners do. Whenever they get an overworld block item, they immediately just press that item for everything.
Yeah, especially when it's in a bad, it's deep in level 7. Yeah, you want to know if that's going to be anything immediately.
And the raft is...
Nope, it's nothing. It is nothing. Oh well. Okay, at least Equation does not have to go back into level 7. Okay, so now we're down to an item in level 1, which is key blocked. And whatever is here in level 5, which we don't know what's blocking. Level 2 we haven't found. It's going to be behind a recorder most likely. At this point, it's got to be behind the recorder or the ladder. Level 3 has got the blue boomerang. Equations doesn't know that. Ugondis does. Level 4 has silvers. Again, Equations doesn't know this. Ugondis does. But silvers doesn't progress us. Level 5 is an unknown. And level 6 is very blocked. Level 6 and level 7 are very blocked dungeons. So Bo could be in either one of those. Actually, level 8 Could have bow or ladder. Can't have both. Normally could, but it can't today.
Yeah, I don't think it can. Yeah, I think we're blocked out of them.
Yeah, we're blocked out of both directions. Yeah, that would be if I were these runners. That's the thing I want most right now is the bow. Like, it's not even the ladder. Like, give me a ladder for sure, but like the bow right now gets you around a bunch of Pole's Voice, and it gets you a Triforce out of 5 under a Goma. It gets you around that left side of level 8.
Absolutely, and we do know that Pole's Voice are a common enemy, so Pole's Voice are in almost every dungeon.
I mean, at this point, you know, you just get all your floor hearts if you can, get to Magic Sword, but those might also be blocked. Equations hasn't found out the story about level 6 and is about to. We'll see if he pays the bomb or the heart. That he's going to know immediately is hard required because he's got the map already.
I'm going to spend time fighting these beefy Tektites just to find out this room does not push.
But at this point, the answer is either in level 1 or level 5. I would just get as many keys as I can and start save scumming the heck out of level 1 at this point.
So here is one question. We know that we're going to get that funky 2Q ladder room here in level 6 that's got traps. Does the randomizer take into account those traps, or does it assume you can get through them to bomb?
It assumes you can get through them. And Equations is thinking about, okay, he's going to go for the heart.
Yeah, we've got the white sword, which was just the heart container. So, not really anything to be gained by hearts other than surviving, which is a thing to be gained. And here let's see if he tries to get to the bomb.
No, you're right. This may not be blocked. Ugondis didn't go for this at all. Okay, he wants to do a candle boost. You gotta do it the other direction. Which is a good idea.
Yep. I can't tell you how many times I've done that, but it's greater than 3, and it does open. Uh-oh.
I mean, yeah, that's... So not Dig Dogger block, necessarily.
And that was very well done. Only took, I think, the candle bop.
And it is, of course, the transport. I mean, of course it's the transport. Why would it be anything else? See, now, if that transport had gone to that first room with the Tektites, that would have been really good.
Well, one of these 2 dungeons is likely our progression. Or level 1, of course.
Level 1 still outstanding. This NSU room is really bad. Recorder out of level 5. Okay, that should get us level 3, unless level 3 is ladder blocked.
2, but yes, absolutely.
Yes, level 2.
And of course, that does mean, because you said it that way, level 2 must be ladder blocked on the river, because why would it be otherwise?
I mean, just so the Ugondis can check all 10 recorder spots, only to find out it's not the answer. That's cruel.
I have seen the sea do nothing but cruel things so far. I don't anticipate that'll stop.
You're not wrong. Okay, another push block for Equations. What do we got?
The other side of the transport.
Why would it be anything else? Yeah, this could send Ugondis back to level 6, honestly, because this you could avoid going through the trap room the way Equations did by killing the Dig Dogger instead. And of course, again, looking for level 2. And keys are always nice.
At this juncture, yes, especially with how things have been. We have found the Triforce.
No, we don't want that yet. Oh, of course, a red bubble room that could push. Get out of there! Get out of there! Run, screaming! Okay. We're out.
Okay, we made it.
Just don't get bopped into the Triforce. You don't want to have to go through all this again just to get back in here. Ugondis back into level 1. He's got 4 keys, so he might be able to get something out of here.
Well, if we don't get anything out of here with 4 keys, that is quite the shame. Did I just see caffeinated land molas again in level 6?
You might have. I do think there was a dig dogger in here somewhere that also could be blocking something, so there's that. There's this room, which I think at least one of them is clear, so I don't think this room is anything.
Yeah, at the very least, it won't be the Triforce, so the most it could be would be the floor heart.
Yeah, Ugondis has gotten the Triforce. We know where that is.
Oh, you're talking about level 1. Don't mind me, who was looking at level 6 thinking, wow, okay, yeah, we didn't clear this room.
Yeah, but we also know where the Triforce is in level 6, so...
Bomb upgrade.
You know what? You, as much as you would like that bomb upgrade, and we get another heart on the floor. Ooh, oh, this is looking like a possibility right here for equations. What is he gonna pick up? This is the item.
Survey says the ladder.
Shoutouts to Jess.
Jess, look what you did with your...
This is the 1 out of 13 seed where your theorem came true. And a white sword on the floor
sword
for
in
Uganda,
1.
so that's a really nice find.
Yeah, that's not insignificant.
Okay, now Equation just needs to make his way back to the Triforce, which is... And this enemy set hasn't been too bad. This is not the Wizrope set. So... In the meantime, I don't know how many of these recorder spots Uganda still has left, and of course now Equations has access to the 2 ladder spots. Yeah, and chat saying Equation's coming out with a positive key count, coming out with more than he came in with, so that's definitely a win.
Absolutely, and with how this seed has been with keys, can't ask for more. Well, you could ask for any key. You're probably not going to get it till level 9, but you can ask for it. And there is that Triforce out of level 6 for Equations, tying up the Triforce count.
Okay, so we got both items out of 1. Obviously, we don't know 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 8, or 2 or 8 has the bow at this point. And if I were to guess, I'm gonna say 2 has the bow, because there was more bow blocked than ladder blocked in that dungeon.
Well, we haven't seen level 2 at all, and level 8 we could get around a lot of stuff with it. And it looks like Equations is going to show us level 3 and go pick up that Triforce.
Yeah, we'll see if he probably has a pretty good idea of where the item is, and so we'll probably do so. Has a pretty decent amount of hearts to get through the blue land mode that he needs to get through to get this Triforce. Want it? Yeah, get on the block. There you go.
Very nice. And there is level 2 for Ugondis. So I believe the recorder was blocking it.
Well, I mean, Ugondis doesn't have the ladder, so has to be the recorder at this point.
All right, and Equations is going to go past here, knows that these last 2 rooms, one of them has to be the item. Probably going to be disappointed at this juncture in the game finding a boomerang, but it's still knowledge.
Yeah, and I know Ugondis didn't pick it up. I would still, with the wood sword as my only real offense right now, I would pick this up.
And that is exactly what Equations is doing. I always pick up everything because it's shiny. Unless I won't go walking for the wooden boomerang if I have the magical boomerang. But
I would hope not, because the wooden boomerang doesn't do anything for you if you already have the magic one.
And we did see Ugondis find the floor heart in level 2.
We have found all the floor hearts today. I think we have found every floor heart in every dungeon so far. Just that the runners have gotten their different floor hearts, so that's why neither one of them has the full complement.
Also, I believe Equations gave up a heart to the mugger.
He did. Okay, so Equations now choice between going up to level 1 or level 5. We know level 5 is the progression answer. Level 1 has the white sword, which see, I told you there's a bow in level 2.
Yep. Well, we were kind of running out of places. It had to be 2 or 8, and yeah, you were right. Definitely.
Yeah, that 8 just didn't have enough ladder blocks. Now, Uganda still needs to get into level 6 to get his ladder, which has the slight potential of not actually being required, strange as that may seem. Equations does need to get into level 5 for the recorder. That is absolutely hard required this scene. And we're back in this room. This room is nothing but sadness. Get out of this room, please.
Oh. So, we still don't have the Triforce out of level 2, and there was a Chevy room in there.
Okay, so maybe the ladder is hard required. Yeah, Opno Point, our wonderful tracker, is telling us that level 2's Triforce is hard ladder block. Now, Ugondis is able to now do this room without doing the shenanigans the Equations did in that one, in the H room, because he does have the recorder and can... well, he doesn't need to kill this Dig Dogger. This Dig Dogger doesn't give us anything, but is going to be able to kill... Oh, it gives us the compass.
Oh, got the compass.
That's useful.
I think that was the most useful thing we could have gotten there.
I mean, it was... Well, I mean, yeah, a key would be useful, but yeah. I'm not sure it was the most useful thing, because Equations did find the Triforce before he found the ladder.
Yeah. Was the ladder along the way to the Triforce, or was it on the opposite side?
It was way on the opposite side. Yeah, Ugondis found the Triforce and they had to go way to the other side of the dungeon to get the ladder. And Ugondis says, you know what, I've got this recorder, I should use it.
Thank you, Rick. Bottom right hand room here in level 6. So, yeah, not on the way to the Triforce at all. Equations, Triforce out of level 1.
And as you can see, not quite the bottom left-hand room, but just one off. So they're pretty far away from each other. And Equations says no to going back into level 1. I'm a little surprised because it's still a smaller dungeon. But on the other hand, he only has 2 keys, and there's a lot of key doors there.
Okay, gonna grab that secret before heading off of Death Mountain. I approve.
So he's got to get back into 5. You know, at this point, I mean, Ugondis with the white sword and in the right place for the item that he needs. Definitely giving Ugondis the edge right now. Now, and also has the silver arrows. Equations needs to get back to 5 for the recorder. Needs to get back to 4 for the silvers. We know that the best thing he could find in things well, I mean, there are actually, okay, I take it back. 3 of the 4 remaining items are actually pretty darn good. Because we have an any key outstanding, a red ring outstanding, a wand outstanding, and then we have a boomerang.
And then
in Equations case, he can't even use the boomerang because he's got the magic one already.
Yeah, well, Equations did go to the coast and pick up the red candles, so little bit of defense against the red bubbles as far as having repeatable offense.
It's defense against the red bubbles, and it would have been really useful in that blue landmo room that he had to do in level 3.
Absolutely. And we do see Ugondis going back into level 6, so Ugondis having quite the lead in offense right now, and will be finding the ladder eventually in here.
Yeah, he also knows where all his dungeons are, so he's not, I mean, the raft in 7, not that it matters since it's on path to the Triforce. Not gonna be a big deal. He doesn't need any more items at this point. Just needs to find he will need this one. This ladder is his last item that's required. And Equation's gonna do what he should do, which is check the ladder spots. We know this is not gonna give him anything.
Yeah, the most it could be here would be maybe a take any. There we go.
And gonna grab a potion. I don't think we've seen the letter yet.
We have not. That's another thing that could be along the river, but probably not, because there's still quite a few other spots outstanding.
No, just door repairs and sadness. I think we're gonna head over to level 5. Makes sense to do this at the same time as checking those spots.
Yep, got the red candle out because this screen is not so much fun. the Dark Nuts participate and just run out of way. Okay. Oh, this is going to actually be quite sadness because I don't think Equations has seen that this Triforce is bow blocked.
That is true, but he does still need to get the recorder out of here, so this is the right place for him to be.
And here is the ladder for Ugondis.
Yeah, that'll be a go mode for Ugondis. Does still need to get through 7, get through 8. Has to go back to 4 and 5 to get Triforces.
Alright, got the ladder immediately back into 2. I completely agree with this move.
I mean, at this point,
it's right here.
Just doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter what order you do things in. You just want to do it as efficiently as you can. And yeah, like you say, you're right here, so it makes sense to just go here first. Nice shoot room.
Nice.
Heavy into a shoot room that goes into a one-off room. Thanks, game.
And of course, we have Equations heading towards a Triforce. Perfectly valid way of playing this dungeon, even needing the item. Just not going to be exactly where we need to be. And the recorder is going to speed up Ugondis' overworld travels.
Oh, absolutely.
As just in Triforce cleanup mode, unfortunately won't be able to whistle back for items, but again, as you've pointed out, doesn't need any more items.
I mean, with 3 really good items left to find, he will probably check anything that could be a stair when he gets over to 8.
Oh, 112 rupees for plus 2 bombs. Ouch.
Well, it's not the plus 2 bombs. Like, even if it's plus 6, you're not getting. You've cleared most of the overworld. You're not getting very many more secrets. So you're now down to like this much money. If you have to buy keys, you're just in trouble.
If you have to buy keys, you're guinea farming.
Pretty much, yeah. This flag set has kind of cured me of my tendency to see shiny bomb upgrade, buy shiny bomb upgrade.
But shiny, I understand though.
There are definitely times to buy it. No question.
If you're out of bombs, then absolutely. But if you've got a fair amount of bombs, the money is probably more valuable. At least.
I mean, at least in Equation's case, he doesn't actually have the bow right now. he's not going to be spamming arrows and using up that money. So anything he picks up, he gets to keep.
Yeah, it's got a good chance of building up a little bit of rupees before we'll be shooting them off.
Also, this level 4 still sucks. At least we have a white sword now.
It sucks less with the white sword. I mean, equations is still going to have to get through here on wood sword, because I don't know if equations is going to go back to 1 for it.
Nah, he's going to find the recorder here. I think is it this room?
I think so.
And yeah, he's going to have to find the recorder, and he's not going to know he doesn't need to go back to 1.
Yep, that is the recorder, and yeah, the next stop will be recorder spots looking for 2, I think.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm not sure what else he's looking for now, because he knows where the Triforce is. Pretty certain he has the heart.
I think was maybe poking, well, I guess not. I was thinking poking through rooms, just looking to see if you can pick up a key on the floor.
Oh, that'd be fair. And there's the Triforce out of 4 for Ugondis. I didn't see which enemy set that was, but I do remember there were several pointless moat rooms with nasty enemy sets.
All right, and we are moving on. Next stop appears to be level 5. Or not.
This is a level 7, I think? No, 7's...
No, this would be 6.
No.
What? 8.
Oh, this is 8.
8.
I mean, it's fair to do 8 next, because, I mean, for one thing, Ugondis has 12 hearts. I don't know if he picked up the heart in this one or not. I know Equations did. I think Equations did. So that would get a magic sword. Almost anything he could... Well, there's at least 1 item here, possibly 2, that would make all the other dungeons better. Whereas all the other dungeons he's got the items out of, so there's really nothing to make things better in those dungeons.
Yep, Equations. Finds a take any in the desert, leaves it alone. Okay. Probably just marking it for a potion later.
Oh, for sure. See,
and there's that heart.
The heart. Yep, there it is. There's a 13th heart for Ugondis, so you can go pick up Magic Sword.
And Magic Sword, because we still have to clear level 5, is somewhat on the way. You could even get Magical Sword before going back into level 5.
Oh, I totally would.
With how the enemy sets have been in the dungeons, absolutely. I mean, there's a not insignificant chance that we're going to have a Wizrobe 9 set. Or Wizrobe set in 9. I know what I'm trying to say, I'm just saying it backwards, as usual.
I know what you meant. This room sucks, because to get out of here with your... I mean, I would actually reset this room and try and get a better bubble spawn. If I'm going to go... At least if I'm going to go up. And I think that's exactly what Ugondis is going to do here. Yeah, this is better. This is better for going up. This is not going to be better for going to the left. We're going to go up first. And we're going to see... Okay, we're shuttered into a room that doesn't drop. And there's that letter for Equations. Behind the recorder.
Yep, I don't think we're going to see any potion purchases. Probably not even see the potion prices. And
well, Equations, yep. Yeah, that's another thing he could have saved his money for. Now, in his case, he did grab a take any potion, so he shouldn't need it. But it is nice to have that backup.
And here is the other side of the transport from the top.
Yep. And that shutters, so it can't be anything. I mean, it could be a drop, but it won't be an item.
Yeah, best thing it could be is key. And it's
did
nothing.
Equations not do the recorder in the grave?
Did not, but I don't think was at the grave. He was in the Lost Woods, so didn't scroll over for it.
Yeah, but that's right there. Like
Oh,
I like to do the Lost Woods into the grave and then do the screen wrap for these locations over here.
I think that's better routing.
All right, so Ugondis gets a Triforce out of 8. Do not get any of the items. Whatever nice item or items that are in the level 8 are going to stay there.
Items we shall probably not be seeing, unless, of course, equations happens upon them. But I think
Yeah,
at an
that can
hour
happen.
17, you've got to, even with how rough the seat's been, you've got to start having your senses tingle. Also,
Yep.
can record her back here to the grave.
Yeah,
to
that
6.
actually worked out just fine.
And here is 2 for equations.
And yep,
And
there's the magic
mags
sword.
for Ugondis.
That's gotta feel really good. After no combat. I mean, he did get the white sword, so it wasn't quite no combat, but it was pretty late that he got that white sword. Equation just needs to get the bow out of here, and that'll put him in go mode.
He still hasn't gotten the silvers out of 4, I don't
Oh,
think.
that's true. Hopefully he gets those when he goes back to 4 for the Triforce.
Yeah, I believe did see the room, but I think it's that horrible reverse C Wizrobe craziness that gives me flashbacks to the first quest level 9 silvers. Ugh.
Yeah, but in first quest level 9, when you get your silvers, you should have magic sword and red ring. It's not that bad. Now speedrunners, on the other hand, they do all sorts of shenanigans without a red ring, so...
Yeah, but even the speedrunners on vanilla will have the magical sword.
Yes, in quest 1, yes.
Yes, as I often like to tell people, friends don't let friends do 2Q.
Well, then I guess I'm not your friend because I do 2Q.
Oh,
I like 2Q.
No. That means I'm not supposed to let you do it. Not,
No.
not
I'm a big
supposed to
fan of
prevent
playing
you.
2Q.
Also, for people that
There's the
enjoy
vote for
it.
equations.
Yes.
No, I'm actually a big fan of 2Q. I always thought that like the because when you bought the game, the packaging, the instruction manual, the map that came, it told you like everything you need to know about Quest 1. But Quest 2 you had to do on your own, and that was more fun for me.
Yeah, Quest 2 was basically the developers finding out that they had made a mistake and only used half the memory they had on the cartridge.
I think it was a happy mistake. I mean...
Oh, no. It was absolutely a happy accident.
For years, I used to... Every game I play, like, come on, give me a Quest 2. No, no other games did it until a Super Metroid ROM hack called Subversion put a Quest 2 in, and I loved that version, which was as appropriately upped in difficulty as the Zelda 1 Quest 2. So,
as it should be.
And Ugondis finding out that, hey, guess what? We have to deal with another land mode, but you got silver arrows. Just sit back and fire those 42 arrows of yours. Getting on the block also helps.
Block clips and silvers. Okay. Yeah, and has mags.
And magic sword, yeah. Oh, gosh.
Oh!
He got out of there. It's all good. We're fine. Everything's fine. Nothing to see here.
We're fine. Everything's fine. I'm not panicking. Chat, you're panicking.
All right. Equations back into level 4. Hopefully he gets the item out of here. That would put him in go mode. At this point, though, I mean, he's not going to have a ton to clean up once he gets the silvers out of here. But he is going to need to. But he is going to have a several-minute deficit going into 9, and so for him to come from behind at this point, he is going to need to find a level 9, where a Zig versus a Zag can allow for a comeback, which we've seen many times in this tournament. So.
And yeah, the worst thing here is having this compass. Equations could just grab the Triforce and leave, needing only the silver arrows, and that would be most unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because it's that
hard.
reverse C room, and he's on Wood Sword, and it's not an easy enemy set. But I mean, 9 is not guaranteed to be an easy enemy set, and 9 is huge. We got the Swiss cheese block. I see 7 missing rooms, so that means we have a 57 room 9.
Yep.
Now,
I concur.
For those of you that are hoping for the Great Equalizer, it seems to happen more with the smaller 9s.
Yeah,
But
the
that doesn't
smaller
mean it can't
nines,
happen here. The smaller nines are much worse.
they tend to not have any bomb walls and just internal like 2 and 3 room segments. They're
Yep.
just ugh.
And our first push block. Okay, Equations going past the Triforce is gonna try and get this item, which is good. Also, how nice is it to watch both our runners at the same time using the bow to kill Pole's voice?
Pretty nice. And did you see that?
The bait block. Oh boy.
But a
Oh,
shutter
boy.
door above the bait block.
Oh boy. What did I say about bait blocks at the beginning? I had a bunch of them all in a row.
You said that it's just what's happening with this flag set.
I don't know if it's happening with this flag set. It seemed to hit all of them on commentary, so.
A bait block Zelda would be probably the cherry on top of this glorious seed.
Oh gosh. Okay, so Equations trying to whittle down this room that he knows has to be the item because that key sitting there in the middle. I said it before, the key in the middle on a reverse C does not guarantee remove most open staircases. But the middle, because we don't have a door to the right, it is highly favored to be remove most open staircases. And we hear a roar. 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 Not that direction. And we still have to pick up keys, because it's this direction, to the left, and
right.
It's the worst room you could possibly, at least in my opinion. Anytime you have water, it's bad, but the double river room is a terrible room for Ganon.
And Equation slowly getting the reverse C whittled down. And yeah, we're just going to potion because Ganon's right on top of us. And
Also,
the last blue is still here. Yep, bombs,
just
bombs,
gonna point
bombs.
out that if that bait room does turn out to be required, wait, we got a compass at some point.
We did.
Is that where the bait room was?
Yes, Zelda is above the bait room. Whether or not one of the other rooms connects, we don't know.
Just want to point out that Ugondis has 43 rupees and Equations has 42 rupees, and I don't remember what the cheap bait was, but it was more than 40.
It's like, I think it's 51. Maybe that's the candle.
52. See, Opno point with the knowledge. Always our trackers.
That's what trackers do best, is basically everything. And we appreciate all of our trackers. Without trackers, we're not up here getting restreamed.
Okay, Beyond is up to 49 rupees. Pick up those rupees. Okay, wait a minute.
Hold.
Oh, okay, we're fine. No bait block required. Uganda is probably breathing a sigh of relief.
And there it is.
It takes a little bit extra time to pick up those bombs, but does manage to pick it up, finishing with an official race time of 1:26.18. GG's to Ugandas, who will be going forward and does end up in the money. Will play the winner of Brewers Fran JP and Stan. And I do believe we have Equations with us. Sorry, Ugandis.
We got Ugandis with us.
Yeah, GG's.
Hey, thank you. I sincerely apologize to everyone for that bait block not being required. I was 5 seconds from upping and going and farming rupees, and I was like, no, there's a chance here. Bomb some of these out first. Oh, man.
Well, we were just hoping, based on how this seed was, that would be the cherry on top of this
it would have been
horrifically not fun seed.
You see, when I entered that bait block room, I paused for a second because I might have said a bad word or two at that point.
Yeah, I can't say I blame you.
Yeah, at first I was like 20-30 minutes in. I was like, okay, this is everything's going good. I found silvers early. Like, I felt like my combat was just really good at first, and then I got mad and I tried to do too many rooms, but I felt like I had to because there was just no items. So I gotta clear some of these blue
Well, and then
liners. Yeah.
one had all the key blocks.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
just
there's
trying to
key
get
blocks
through
everywhere. Yeah.
So bad. And then you both, 6 was crazy and had you went there with the recorder. Equations, who I believe has joined us, also went in there without the recorder and went through the H room to get the ladder. And for a while, it was really interesting because he gets the ladder around the time you got the recorder.
Okay.
But I think in the end, between you having the silvers, you having the extra combat, and just having the knowledge for like 2 a little bit sooner, just kind of.
Oh man, I got so lucky on 2 because I was like, I'm just going back to 6 because I got the recorder. Like 6 is ladder and recorded. I'm going back to 6, and since I'm there, let me check this recorder spot. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. Here's 2, and and I found the bow, and I'm like, cool. And then the stupid Triforce's ladder blocked. I'm like, oh my goodness, look at every single block in this seed.
And then level 8 happened.
8 was terrible. I was so happy to get a Triforce and get out of there. It's like, nope, get out of here. I know like a red ring and an any key would have been great. I'm like, nope, get out.
Yeah,
I always think I'm behind.
Hey,
Equations,
there's it.
finding the any key.
Any key in
Nice.
8.
Did that make you
Nice.
feel any better? Equations,
All right.
finding the any key there.
Well, and then there's still Wand out there. I would have loved Wand, but
Oh, I love
yeah.
a wand. But we do have Equations with us. We brought him in a little bit early rather than waiting for him to catch up with the restream. GG's on a great tournament, Equations. This one didn't work out for you. Because it was pretty nasty. What are your thoughts at this point?
Yeah, nasty is a good way to put it. When you've got half your dungeons marked as combat blocked and can't find combat anywhere, you're just gonna keep running around in circles trying to find it.
Yep, and then key blocks everywhere. Like you missed the white sword out of 1, but I mean, everything is like, which key door do you open, right?
Yeah, gonna try to get back there eventually, but never got around to it.
Yeah, and then of course, just you had to give up. You gave up the heart to the mugger. How happy, Ugondis, were you that you had that extra heart instead of the extra bomb at the end? You get magic.
I wasn't looking for it because I've kind of put out of my head mags is a luxury in these seeds. If you get the hearts, great. But when I got that heart in 8, I was like, okay, where's mags? Like I'm running through 8 and I'm looking at mag. Oh, that's right next to 5. Let's go.
Yep.
And yeah, because at first there I couldn't remember. I think I had 6 hearts and I hadn't found the white sword item yet. And so I was like, oh, I would hate to give up this heart and find the white sword item, which is like a red ring and a couple screens. So I gave up the bombs and I was like, I might regret that. And then I did when the bombs were 117 or something. I'd already spent all my money.
Yeah,
But then it worked out. So yeah.
Equations, you did buy the bomb upgrade. I was a little critical about that because like your money was so tight. In the end, you had a potion from a take any, so I imagine it worked out as we're gonna see here.
Yeah, that was the main driver for going ahead and buying that. I had 2 take any's still left at that point. I left one marked. If I had gotten to 12 hearts, I knew where that one was to get the 13 if needed.
Sure.
Otherwise, that was going to be a backup potion.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. Yeah, having the backup potion, because we never even saw. I mean, you're the only one that got the letter, and then we never saw the prices for the potions because of it. And like both of you, between the 2 of you, the number of keys y'all had to buy, just it was tough. Like the money wasn't even that bad in the sea. It's just
money
was
good. Yeah.
Yeah, you had to buy keys and buy bombs for 29 rupees. That guy at start.
Yeah, which I forgot about like 3 or 4 times. I'm like, wait a minute, go back and go there. Jeez, yeah.
Yeah.
I get so nervous. I like just keep moving, and I'm like, wait, stop, look it around. All right, go get bombs, go get key. Yeah.
And you both at some point went into 5 and found the Goma block Triforce. That Equations, I don't think you got deep enough in it the first time you were in here.
I knew it was Goma blocked.
Yeah, 5.
It might have taken 3. Might have taken 3 dips. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Because I know you saw the block in the same trip that you got the recorder.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it was a required double dip at least, because you had to get You had to go get the recorder in level 5 to go get to level 2 to get the bow to come back to level 5 to get the Triforce. So you weren't skipping that extra dip there.
Yeah.
Looks like you're gonna go ahead into level 9. So tell us a little bit about your 9. Ugondis came in and told us immediately that he apologized for the bait block not being required.
I don't believe I saw a bait block.
Oh, you didn't see the bait block? Oh no. there was a bait block below Zelda's room.
Okay, I don't have Zelda marked on the tracker, but
Yeah, it ended up not being required, but I saw it first, and then like a room later, I saw the compass in it, and I was like, and actually, and I'll be serious here. I actually had it marked that she wasn't directly behind the bait block because I just wasn't looking at it right, and I realized as I was walking in to her, I was like, oh no, that might have been, yeah. And then I joined the chat and was watching all the chats, and I was like, oh man, it really was, wasn't it?
Okay.
Oof.
Yeah, this 9 is the size of the 9. I mean, I always say that the small ones are worse, but like this is still, it's still 57 rooms. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, taking a step back and looking at my tracker, I think my 9 was not bad.
Yeah, I mean, you're in at 1:30. I mean, I've already looked at your finish time, so I'm not going to spoil it for everybody watching, but yeah, I'm guessing it was a pretty decent 9 given the times that I saw.
Yeah, 6 and 7 seemed small because I got the book, and so I was assuming I was waiting for 9 to be pretty large. And, yeah, I think it's 6. 6 isn't part of that group, is it?
No, it's 7, 8, it's 7, 8, 9.
It's
yeah,
just 7 and 8.
9.
Yeah, okay. Oh, never mind.
Fun fact: 6 can actually be bigger than 9. I've seen it once or twice. Always a little funny when that does happen.
Nice.
All right, taking that transport. Let's see, where does this take you?
Takes you super far.
What was that one room?
Down and over 1.
Thanks, game. Yeah, and we were a little concerned too, because neither of you had money for bait if it did become required.
Yeah, luckily it was cheap, but yeah, because I was actually kind of, when I started after Ganon, I was like collecting rupees still as I was going for her, because I was like, just in case.
I mean, fortunately, Pole's voice will give you credit back on your arrows. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was very judicious with those silvers. I kept an eye on that money very closely.
Yeah, and how about Pole's voice everywhere?
Everywhere.
I mean, honestly, when you're stuck on wood sword and your bow is deep and your white sword is behind a bunch of keys, and Pole's voice are everywhere. It's just not great combat. It was great at one point. Yeah, go ahead.
And it's still not terrible until you run into fireball rooms too. Like, I mean, Pole's voice do stink, but then you get fireball rooms where you get like pointless moat rooms and you can't move much. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, and the Wizzies and Lionels, the firing squads,
All
and the
the
Wizzies. Everywhere.
That was terrible.
And the silvers behind the. I mean, it was an obvious room too because of the key sitting there.
Yep.
So you knew you had to clear it.
Yep. All right.
There you go. Nice stun lock.
I lost it once. Got it back here.
Yeah, I think you just got to go up and over a little bit from here. And you have the any key, so key doors. I don't care about you anymore. Yeah, Ugondis found Zelda first, and it looks like you're gonna find her second.
Yeah, so here I just wanted to check this room below to see if there was a door below this one I'm currently in. And then we take this one, and this was a fortunate enough stair.
Yeah, this should be pretty close, right?
Yep.
Ah, good first candle boost, but with this many in this room with this many red bubbles, that is really hard to keep your sword the entire time.
We tried.
Yeah, that's like a 4 candle boost, and there is the door.
See, how many doors to Zelda? Look at, we had 3 doors to Zelda. Because the one below is the bait room, and Ugondis got in from the right, and you got in from the left. GG's, by the way. For those of you watching, that is an official race time of 1:38:03. All right. Anyway, so equations. That is going to be it for you in this tournament. Very nice run. This was a very difficult bracket to make. How are you feeling?
Super happy I made it this far. Glad I've powered through this seed. I was happy that it wasn't just super easy and I just totally wrong ordered it or something.
Mm-hmm. No, that's much worse.
Happy to hear that it was at least a struggle for everybody. And yeah, top 16, can't complain. I've been fortunate in both tournaments this year to make some okay runs.
Mm-hmm. All right, thank you very much. Ugondis, you're moving on. You'll be playing the winner of Brewers Fan JP and Stan. How you feeling about that one?
I'm ready to play. I'm playing great. Let's just I got to get in there and just play my best.
All right. Well, good luck to you in that matchup, and Equations. Good luck to you in your future tournaments. Is there anything else either of you wants to add before we go ahead and close this out?
Yeah, just a super big thank you to SGLIVE. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Opno. Appreciate everyone watching. Thank you very much. I'm having just a wonderful time. Thank you.
Thanks as always. Love to watch these back. I'll definitely be doing that soon.
Yep.
All right, that is it for tonight. However, there are 2 races. Unfortunately, they're at the exact same time, so VOD watching will be done. Well, hopefully, I know I'll be watching a VOD. At 10:15 tomorrow, we have both the Pirate Sheep versus Truant Gamer and Bogey versus Shaddy. Channels to be announced. I guarantee you they will have channels. There are unique crews for both of them, so those will absolutely be on the air. So tune in to whichever of your favorite runner is playing on whichever channel, and keep an eye out on those channels. That is pretty much going to do it for us. Adam, always a pleasure doing commentary with you. And thank you for joining me on this one.
No problem, Tracy. Thank you for having me tonight. And thanks to everybody out there, Speedgaming, for letting us restream on your channels, and chat for joining us. Equations, sorry to see that you have to bow out of the tournament, but great showing. Ugondis, good luck in the next round.
And of course, huge shout outs to OpnoPoint, our tracker. He put the links in the chat for you to go ahead and follow those runners. And huge shout outs to OpnoPoint trackers, always our MVPs. Thank you very much. And yeah, that's going to do it for us. Keep an eye out on that schedule, and we'll see you at the races tomorrow night.
Good night, everybody.